All right, this is the beginning of your second week, right? We're in day 8, day 8, and we're encouraging you in your walk of faith, your walk with the Lord. You've got some great tools. I talked to you in the last couple days about the Word and about prayer, and today I want to encourage you in your worship. Everybody say that with me, worship. Worship comes from the heart. It starts right here. It's not an instrument, it's not a voice, it's not anything else. It starts from a position of your heart. Elijah, when he called down fire from heaven, he first asked the children of Israel, how long will you listen to two different voices? How long will you worship another God? Because our heart, when it's positioned right with God, when we're worshiping God and putting Him first in our life, that's when we see the miraculous happen. That's when we see God move on our behalf, because our worship is who we are and where we direct our time, where we direct our talent, and where we direct our treasure. So I want you to write those things down if you can. Your time, your talent, and your treasure. That's when you're going to know who you worship. If your time is invested more than anything in everyone or anything else other than God, you're worshiping that. If your talent is more invested for someone or anything else, then that is who you worship. Your treasure, your finances, your resources, if it's all invested in somewhere else, that's when you know who you worship. Now, for us, Jesus calls us to give a tenth, a tithe of everything, the first of our increase. So that's why we worship God in the morning. That's why we worship God at the beginning of our week. That's why we worship Him at the first of everything we do, because God is a God of first. So when I get paid, my tithe, the first part of my increase, goes to God, because you know what? It's not about the money, it's about who I worship. While 90% will go to all kinds of things, 10%, the first 10% belongs to Him, because I'm declaring with every action, I'm declaring with every word, I'm declaring with every move I make that God is number one, and I worship Him and Him alone. So let's review. Worship is the key. Worship is the key, one of the greatest tools for your tool belt in building and developing yourself as a believer. And it's through your time, it's through your talent, and it's through your treasure that will define who you worship. So when you get the chance, worship God. Make Him number one. When you wake up in the morning, worship God first. Make that part of your challenge for the rest of your life, that the first always belongs to Him. So I encourage you, worship God with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding, right? You got to be able to acknowledge Him and trust God and worship Him every single chance you get. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow.